All right, Mavs fans, it's been a couple of days for us to vent and process the Luka Doncic trade. What the are we thinking? And now it's time to move on, and it's time to talk about the positives of getting rid of Luka Doncic.
Why?
Yes, they got rid of the only guy in NBA history to get 10,000 points, 3,000 assists, and 3,000 rebounds in his first 6 seasons.
This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous.
Yes, they got rid of the guy that led the NBA in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and 3 points made in the playoffs last year.
Your thoughts?
What?
Yes, they did get rid of a generational talent at 25 years old for a guy that's about to be 32. Yes, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There are still some positives to the Dallas Mavericks getting Anthony Davis.
I don't give a fuck.
And it's time to move on. It is what it is. Let's find the positives, because there are some positives, believe it or not. And we're just going to get right into it. Right here on the Dallas Mavericks Update. Welcome back to another episode of the Dallas Mavericks Update, brought to you by dopecontent.com.
Yeah.
We are here to talk about the positives of the trade, because I know Mavs fans are pissed. It's hard to find positives, but there are positives in this trade, right?
This bitch.
Once again, the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers. And Mavs fans, Dallas fans, European fans, like everybody is letting the Mavericks have it right now. Mainly Nico Doncic. I said Nico Doncic. Nico Harrison. Mainly Nico Harrison. Everybody is letting Nico have it right now, and I get it. I was mad too. Like that night that he got traded, I was up here venting. I went live, fresh out the shower. Went live. It was cussing people out in the chats, bruh. What else? I was up to like 3 a.m. knowing that I had to wake up early to go play drums at church that morning. Like it was bad. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on? I didn't understand it. Like nothing made sense at all. But let's give you a rundown of who we got rid of and what we're getting back. So Luka Doncic, right? He's injured right now, but he will be back sometime next week, according to the reports. Luka, before he got injured, was averaging 28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 54% shooting on 20. He averaged 21 shots per game, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. That's Luka. Anthony Davis, who we're getting back in return, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 53% shooting on about an average of 18 shots per game, 2 blocks, and 2.2 turnovers. So when you look at that, you look at the stats, you're really not downgrading that much, if at all, right? You're downgrading 2 points and a couple of assists, 5 assists, but you're upgrading on rebounds, and you downgrade on what? I guess you could call steals and blocks the same, right? 2 blocks, 2 steals. 2 steals for Luka, 2 blocks for AD, right? That's what it is, right? So if you look at that, you're really not downgrading as much as you think you are. The problem I had was I felt like you could have got more. Like if you're gonna trade a superstar like Luka, why not shop him around? Why did you just go straight to LA and say this is what I wanted? Like, hey, you want Luka? Why didn't you shop him around? I feel like you could have got more, considering all the things that OKC gave up. I'm sorry, all the things that OKC got for Paul George, all the things that Brooklyn got from Phoenix for KD. Rudy Gobert, he went for a couple of first round picks. Rudy Gobert, y'all. Like, come on, bruh. He went for a couple of first round picks. So I just felt like I have no problem with Anthony Davis outside of him being older and also injury prone, right? But I feel like Anthony Davis is a great player. And when he's healthy, he's low-key a generational player as well. Probably not even low-key. That man is a generational player. But I just didn't like the fact that he didn't shop him around. I felt like you could have got more. I mean, you think Orlando would have gave you some first-round picks along with their star, Banchero? You don't think you could have got that? Banchero and maybe 2 or 3 first-round picks for Luka? From Orlando, Banchero could do what Anthony Davis does. And he's younger. Right? You know what I'm saying? I heard, I don't know if this is true. I heard another YouTuber that covers the Mavs said that they actually called Milwaukee for Giannis. I don't know how true that is or not because I haven't seen any reports. But this guy, this YouTuber is normally, he's normally like on point with it. So I haven't seen any reports, but that's a rumor, right? That they actually did call Milwaukee for Giannis. If so, cool. Because that's the type of player I would trade Luka for. If I had to trade Luka, I would trade him for a Giannis, right? But he didn't shop him around at all. He kept it very quiet. Another thing I didn't like about it, Mark Cuban's not the owner, the majority owner no more, but he didn't know about it. Jason Kidd is the head coach, and Nico said he didn't know about it until basically when we found out. Jason said that. I didn't know about it until the 11th hour. That's kind of weird to me. I didn't like that either. And Nico just kind of laughing things off. I didn't like his attitude during the press conference at all. Like, it seemed like this was personal, more personal than business. And then he tried to use the excuse, business-wise, this made sense. It doesn't. Because you losing a lot of jersey sales with Luka. Because, again, it's not just Dallas. It's the European fans. Like, it's a lot. Luka is worldwide one of the top guys. Merch sellers, followers, and yada, yada. Like, Luka is him. So you're not really, business-wise, you're not making more money. You're losing money. And then he said, we got a better chance to win now. And then in the future. Well, in the future, no. Now, probably. We're going to get into the positives and why they could possibly win now, right? But he said in the future, no, you got a 3 to 5 year window now. With Luka, you keep him around, you got at least another 10 years. Again, unless you know something that we don't know, or you just really feel like he's going to break down. And it's just weird. It's just weird. Like they treating this man like he's Zion. They treating him like he's Embiid. You're fresh off a finals appearance with this guy. So that's the confusing part. I was just like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? A trade so crazy that when Shams reported it, everybody thought this man was hacked. Bruh. Everybody thought this man was hacked. NBA players thought this man was hacked. Other reporters thought this man was hacked. Like, everybody thought this. That's how crazy the trade was. So you can't get mad at Mavericks fans for being emotional about it. One thing about Mavericks fans, we're not used to getting stars coming down here and saying they want to stay down here. We're not used to that. Yes, we had Dirk, but we drafted Dirk. And Dirk is a different breed. Dirk stayed loyal, took less money, yada, yada, to try to get other people here with him. They never really got anybody here with him. You had Rondo for a little bit. That didn't work out. Rondo was gone. You brought in Lamar Odom after taking out LA the year before. Lamar Odom didn't last a year. Like, you tried to bring people in, you couldn't get them. You tried to get Chris Paul multiple times. He said no. You tried to get Dwight Howard multiple times. He said no. You even had DeAndre Jordan agree, and then the Clippers went to his house, locked him in his house, and then he changed his mind. Right? So, like, the Mavericks are not used to getting stars here. So, you got a young star in Luka that you drafted. You lucked into him. Right? You lucked into him because right as Dirk was leaving and you got bad, that's right when Luka was coming in the draft. So you got lucky with that. You get a star, and now all of a sudden you get a Kyrie come down here, and Kyrie wants to stay here. You get a Klay Thompson leaving Steph Curry to come to Dallas. Like, you getting stars, you people with big names, star names wanting to be here. We're not used to that here in Dallas. And then the actual star, who everybody kept saying, oh, Luka ain't gonna be here forever, yada yada. He wants to leave. He wants to go to a bigger market. Luka made it clear that he wanted to stay. And so Mavericks fans, knowing that, not being used to stars wanting to come and stay here, got one star that's 25, that's putting up all these crazy numbers and just breaking all type of NBA records, and you just gave him away. You just gave him away. You just gave him away. So expect Mavericks fans to be mad for a while, because this is a different type of trade here, man. Like ESPN and all them, they're still talking about it. Anthony Edwards like, man, I can't believe that. Giannis couldn't believe it. KD couldn't believe it. Like, it's not just the fans. It's the NBA players themselves. They was on the bench on their phones like us, with their mouths wide open. Like, what are we talking about here? So, but it is what it is. Shout out to Luka, man.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna root for Luka wherever he is. I am, at least. I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna root for Luka wherever he is, man, because you know, Luka is Luka. You know, we watched this man grow up from 17 years old to 25. So we watched him get married and all that stuff. So yeah, shout out to Luka, man. But Anthony Davis is here now. It is what it is. No need to pile up on Anthony Davis. It's not his fault. Now, if you would have made any other trade and found out we had Anthony Davis coming to Dallas, everybody would be super excited. Don't even lie and act like you wouldn't be excited knowing that you're getting Anthony Davis to Dallas. It's just so happened that they had to trade Luka to get him, or they decided to trade Luka to get him. So that it is what it is. Anthony Davis, once again, 26 points a game, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 53% shooting, 2 blocks, 2.2 turnovers. He's having a great year. Now, he's injured right now with a strain, but he should be back pretty soon, within next week as well. So I think him and Luka will be returning to the court at the same time. So the great thing about this is, well, y'all might not consider it great, but I think this is a good thing, even though I'm kind of mad at him myself. But this is a good thing. Nico Harrison has a job to do. His job is to build a team in his vision that's going to take this team to the next level. And in his mind, Anthony Davis is going to be that guy. And before we pile up on Nico, listen, Nico helped this team go. No disrespect to none of these players when I say this. No disrespect to none of these players. I love all these players. But the Mavericks went from a cast of Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell as the starting center, Theo Pinson, Dorian Finney-Smith. They went from those type of guys to PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively. We got Spencer Dinwiddie back, right? And then I already said Lively. Who am I missing? PJ Washington, Lively, Gafford, Klay Thompson. So we went from Theo Pinson, Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell starting as the center because we couldn't get nobody else. JaVale McGee, right? We went from those guys to what they have now. So Nico has been killing it, including Kyrie. Yeah, we was kind of like, oh yeah, you got rid of Jalen Brunson. Jalen was just hitting, that was tough, but you made the move and you ended up with Kyrie, and Kyrie has been cooking here. So you can't just pile up on Nico. He has a certain vision that's not the vision of Mark Cuban and the previous, regime. Like, we brought Nico in for his vision. He is putting his vision on the court, whether we like it or not. And somebody that's bold enough to trade a player like Luka Doncic at 25 because Luka doesn't fit his vision, you got to respect it. You got to respect it. Dallas fans, if you're Cowboys fans, you're used to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones BSing you the whole time, keeping people way too long. not trading them because they personally like them, no matter if they fit the vision or not. Like you got Nico that's saying, hey, I got a vision, whether y'all agree with it or not. This is my vision. I'm here. Now, one point I didn't like was he basically made it clear he don't plan on being here past another 3-5 years. That's kind of what I got from that press conference. I didn't like that. So if his vision doesn't work within the next 3 to 5 years, you can most likely look into the Mavs rebuilding, tearing it down and rebuilding. Kyrie gonna be gone, Clay gonna be gone, AD gonna be gone, and you gonna be in the draft trying to find the next Luka Doncic when you already had mother effing Luka Doncic right here. That's my problem. That's my two problems with Nico. He didn't shop Luka around to get the best deal possible, in my opinion, and he basically let everybody know that, hey, next 3 to 5 years it's gonna be a wrap anyway. So whether they fire me or I go somewhere else, it's next 3 to 5 years. If we're trying to win now in these next 3 to 5 years, and we'll go from there. But most likely I ain't gonna be here, and you're gonna have to start over and rebuild without Luka. So those are the two main issues I have with this trade, right? But let's get into the positives. This is Tuesday morning, February 4th. Shout out to my son. It's his birthday today. Yeah. My oldest son just turned 13, so happy birthday to him. Yeah. So far, I haven't seen any more trades made, but the Mavs, I don't think they're done. And it is a report saying that they're not done. So I expect Nico to make more trades, or at least one more move between now and Thursday's deadline. But if you look at the Mavericks right now, even if they don't make any more trades, they still have a very good roster when healthy. And now you went from the best backcourt in the league to the best front court in the league. Because right now, Lively is out, and Lively might miss. Hopefully he don't miss the whole season. We'll see. It's looking, Lively might miss the playoffs. But if he's able to come back, you now have a front court of Derek Lively, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Anthony Davis. You talking about guys that can score and guys that can play defense. So you're not going to be able to score on the Mavericks like they was earlier in the year. Even though Luka was playing better defense this year than he's ever had when he was healthy. You're not going to be able to score on the Mavericks that easily with those four guys. Because at the end of the day, when healthy, 2 of the 4 is going to be on the court at all times. So, and then again, these guys can score. PJ Washington has stepped up since Luka has been out and showed you that he's a legit scorer, right? He's a playmaker. Let's give you PJ Washington stats the last 10 games, right? Without Luka. 18.3 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 3 assists. That's PJ Washington in the last 10 games. Daniel Gafford has stepped it up in the absence of Luka, and now Derek Lively. His last 10 games. 18 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, 3 blocks. 3 blocks. Kyrie Irving in the last 10 games, 23 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Klay Thompson, 12 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in his last 2. So Klay needs to step it up a little bit more. But Klay, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Klay anymore. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I was about to say something, but I would have been lying to you. So I'm not even going to say it. Now, Anthony Davis, last 10 games, right? I know it's a fresh start here, different situation, but his last 10 games, 25 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. So, listen, this team is still dangerous. You still got Quentin Grimes. You still got Najee Marshall who can play both ends. And I didn't even think about that. Listen, your defense, you got Quentin Grimes who can play both ends. Dante Exum is back. Najee Marshall, they can play both ends and is a beast defender as well. PJ Washington, both ends, beast defender. The 2 big men in Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. And then you got a playmaker that can play, that's probably one of the best big man defenders in the NBA Anthony Davis, and he's also putting up points. Listen, Mavericks fans, you gotta let it go. You gotta let the hurt go. Luka is gone. I love Luka just as much as y'all, but Nico has a vision, and this is his vision. Jason Kidd is a defensive coach. So whether or not he knew about it, I'm not sure he's mad about it. Everybody's talking about the look on his face during the press conference. I think that was more of a look of, why did I not know about it? Why didn't you involve me? Why did you keep me out the loop? I don't think that look was coming from, oh, we traded Luka. I think that look that you saw on Jason Kidd's face was more of, dude, why I'm the head coach. Why you didn't tell me? We supposed to be boys. That's my take on Jason Kidd's facial expression from the press conference, right? A lot of people took that as, oh, he was mad because Luka got traded. That's not how I took that. So, but it is what it is, man. Anthony Davis is here. Hopefully, he's not playing tonight. Hopefully he'll be back Thursday when they play the Celtics. I don't know. But Mavericks fans, there is some positives to it. You now have one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, just like that. When healthy, let me clarify. When healthy, you now have one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and you still have the ability to put up points with Kyrie, Spencer Dinwiddie, even though he's up and down, Jaden Hardy, even though he's up and down, Klay Thompson, even though he's up and down, AD, and then your center's getting you double-doubles guaranteed. PJ has stepped it up. You can score points, but now you can really play defense. You can really play defense now. So let it play out. Let it play out. I know Saturday might be a little tough. First home game back in Dallas. Fans might be booing, but don't boo Anthony Davis until you see him play. That's all I ask. Max Christie, first of all, don't sleep on him either. He was part of the trade. Don't sleep on him either. I had to look up some stuff with him, before I even did this video. But Max Christie he's a nice player to have. He's a nice piece to have here. On both ends of the floor. Don't sleep on him. I'm just saying. Trading away Luka, I'm trying to help y'all, keep an open mind here, Mavs fans. I'm trying to help y'all keep an open mind. I understand you're gonna be pissed. I'm still pissed. Luka was our guy. You know what I'm saying? That was our boy. He grew up with us. That was our guy. That was our next Dirk. He was supposed to have a statue on the other side of Dirk. I get it, but it is we can't do nothing about it now. So we gotta rock with what it is. And then maybe one day Luka comes back. Once Nico is gone. I don't know. But we gotta take it for what it is right now. Anthony Davis is a good player, man. Just facts. He's a good player. It is what it is. And if he's healthy and the team gets healthy, health has been an issue for the Mavericks this whole season anyway. So none of this matters if the team don't get healthy. So no matter if Luka was here or not, this team has been injured the whole season. So they have to get healthy no matter what happens. Trade or no trade, this team has to get healthy. And when they do get healthy, they are going to be dangerous. The old team with Luka and the new team now with AD. The main issue in Dallas is health. So we'll see, man. I know one thing. You play Denver, you really ain't worried about Jokic killing you as much as you was, before AD got here. And let me give you this before I leave. Another reason why I think Nico pulled this trade is because OKC was the only team that Dallas was really worried about. And Dallas has proven this year that they could beat OKC without Luka. If you can beat the best team in the West without your star player multiple times, what are they, 3-1 versus OKC? And the one loss is when Luka was on the court? So I'm just saying, if you beating the best team, you beating the 1 seed multiple times, and you're a thorn in their side without Luka, and that's really the only team you worried about when you're healthy. Nico and Jason Kidd and the Mavs, they're not worried about Phoenix. I'm not saying they don't take them as a threat, but they're not worried about Phoenix. They're not worried about Minnesota. They're not really worried about Denver like that, right? OKC was their problem. They're not worried about the Spurs. Well, you might have to worry about the Spurs now, but you're not worried about the Spurs. You're not worried about Sacramento. They wasn't worried about LA. You know, like OKC was the biggest threat to them. And they've shown that they can beat OKC without Luka or AD. So now you got AD. Just saying, Mavs fans, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. Anybody that's following, thank you so much. Anybody that ever watched the video, thank you so much, man. It means a lot. If you can please hit the like button. Even if you don't watch any more videos, if you please hit the like button, leave comments. I do respond back because I appreciate anybody that leave comments, negative or positive. I appreciate you. So DallasMavsUpdate.com as well. Keep you updated with the Dallas Mavericks as well. And once again, thank y'all, man. Yeah. I just realized I'm gonna have to change my intro and outro because it still got Luka on it. God, dog. Dang it. Well, I'm enjoy this outro for the last time and the intro for the last time because, yeah, you won't see this one no more after today.